Hello, welcome back to my channel. In case you're new here, I'm Mama Mudhoni. I'm a mommy of two-year-old Mudhoni and 7-week-old Chege. I gave birth to Mudhoni in March 2017 via CS, and then I had a VBAC the other month in April. I have a video talking about my VBAC. It was a Hebrew birth. I got everything that I prayed for, how I wanted it and when I wanted it. I also have a video talking about my birth prep and how I think I managed to have such a quick precipitated labor. I'll link them down below, or rather leave the links down below. Kizungu ni ngumu. So today we're going to be talking about what to expect after you give birth. I'm going to be talking about both the CS and the vaginal birth, but mostly more of the vaginal birth because that's what that is what is more recent. Guy. Anywho. So, with my vaginal birth, the pain stopped immediately. I think if you've experienced it, you know that. Like, it's like a switch. It's like you have so much pain, like, and then, boop, the baby comes out and the pain is completely over. And I think I can only compare that to, like, with the CS, I labored for very long, over 40 hours, almost 50 hours of laboring. Mostly early labor, but I labored for 50 hours. Then when I got to hospital, my baby, now I had to get to do a CS, and immediately now I go to the ward, not to the ward guy, to the theater. They did the epidural and the pain again just stopped. In fact, I remember asking that man, where have you been all my life? Like, how was I in so much pain? And the pain just ends like that. Like, I was in so much pain. I remember even when I was being wheeled to theater, I couldn't even sit, I couldn't lie. I went on all fours on that trolley thing, and it wasn't fun. And it was a switch. But sitting down for that thing, when you're in labor and you're being told you cannot move and the contraction is just coming and you're in so much pain, you're being told to just hold your back still so they can get exactly where to put that thing, was not fun and it was not easy. It was quite a challenge. But somehow you have to manage to do it, because of course if they mess up your back, it won't be nice. So the pain stops immediately for the vaginal birth. Immediately you give birth. For CS, if you're in labor and you do the epidural or you go under general anesthesia, of course the pain stops immediately. I breastfed immediately for both my CS and my vaginal birth. With my recent birth, I breastfed within, I think, 10 minutes of giving birth, or maybe less than that, because they gave me the baby immediately. I don't remember if I breastfed at that point when they gave me the baby immediately or after they had done the measurements and all that. That I don't remember, but that was still within 10 minutes. Then with my CS, I had the baby. Probably actually it was 2 hours. I had the baby. Then by the time they stitch you up and then you go for you recover, so that at least your feet start moving again before they let you out of the recovery place, and then go to the ward. I gave birth at around 12:20. I probably breastfed at around 2 by 2:30 or maybe 2:15. I don't think I stayed very long, because I remember from the time I came from theater, it was about half an hour before I breastfed. It wasn't too long. I don't understand, or I'm not very sure why some people take like 4, 5, 6, almost even a day before they breastfeed, especially if there were no complications. If this happened to you, what happened? Let's say if you didn't have complications and you had an epidural and you took, let's say, 4 hours before you breastfed your baby, and maybe they probably even had to give your baby glucose or something. Why did that happen? Like, what was the explanation that the hospital gave you? I'd really be interested to know. With my vaginal birth, of course, naturally, no, for both of them, when you breastfeed, oxytocin is produced by your body. Actually, you always get oxytocin when you're breastfeeding. Now, oxytocin is what is produced during labor to make your uterus contract. So now, after birth, the oxytocin is produced and it still helps your uterus contract, so you still get contractions or uterine pain, and it's really painful. Like, you're breastfeeding and you're just feeling, it's painful. And it happens for both of them. I really don't remember how bad the pain was with Mudhoni, but even this time it was really bad. But it ends like in a week or 2 weeks. Once your uterus is back to normal size, it stops. You don't even really need painkillers for that or anything like that, but it's normal. So don't feel like there's something wrong with you if you feel pain after or when you're breastfeeding. It's totally normal and it's good for you. It's also good to pee, by the way. when you pee after bath, it also helps with the contraction of the uterus, and not peeing actually can really cause you a lot of pain. I don't know why they don't tell us these things. And I remember like my sister-in-law really suffered with pain at Aga Khan. But the Aga Khan, what's up with like your after bath care? Like what's up with that? Anyway, so she had a lot of pain after bath, and nobody had told her that she really needs to pee. And they couldn't figure out what the pain was, but immediately she peed, the pain stopped. I don't remember the explanation I was given during Modoni's time, but there's a link between peeing and your uterus contracting or something like that. If you know the exact scientific explanation, please leave a comment down below. I'd really be interested to know, and I'm sure many mothers would be interested to know. Now, your first pee after a vaginal bath, if you have lacerations or a cut, whoo, I was not ready. But then I don't know why I was not ready. Like, is it that I forgot that I had a cut, or where? I remember sitting, and then I was just like, what just happened? It was painful. But after that, now I was ready for the pain. So I think psychologically, like I just used to release the peak pole. And then I had this spray that I was using. I should have showed you, but I didn't. I think I'll show you maybe in my after bath essentials video, or yeah, something like that. But also you can just use warm water, or use warm water and aloe vera, or warm water and mix with aloe vera and witch hazel, which you can buy I think at Healthy You, or some people online also sell. That should be able to help with the pain. So I used to spray and then pee, and that really helped me with the pain. Of course, with the CS that didn't happen, but with the CS now the thing I struggled with was farting. Yeah, kushuta. I couldn't, as in for some reason I just could not fart. Like I could feel I had so much gas building up in my rectum, but I just could not pass the gas, and it was so painful. It was so uncomfortable. And whether that night, because I gave birth after like midnight, after a few hours I had to call the gyna. That time my gyna was Dr. Mukaindo. Then he gave me an enema for, yeah, so I did the enema. After a few minutes at least I was able to fart a bit, and the pain reduced, but then the discomfort and the pain was still there, because I think not all the gas came out, and I don't understand, but there is a scientific explanation as to why I was not able to fart. Like, it was so painful. Whew. As in, I never even knew that farting could be an issue in somebody's life, but yeah, that happened. Now that was in 2017. Anyway, so I went back to the ward now after Modoni. Not Modoni, sorry, the other one, the other day, my recent bath. And after some time, I felt so cold, like I was shaking and I was so cold. Thank God I'd carried a hot water bottle. So we asked for hot water, and I wore my socks and I wore my trouser, and I was very, very warm. My neighbor, on the other hand, for some reason, we were both experiencing the same thing at the same time. I think she had like pressure issues or something like that, because she has been in hospital for quite a while. So hers was a bit more serious than mine. She had to be given a medication. But after some time, mine just passed and it went away. I don't know why it happens. And I remember also Shira mentioned that, yeah, you could feel cold. I don't remember if I felt it with Modoni. I honestly don't remember that part, but it was, yeah, I felt very cold. And then the bleeding with the vaginal bath was also a lot, like a lot. And me, I don't like blood. I know periods and all that is something to be proud of, but honestly, it's not something I like. Let me not say like, it's not something. Anyway, let me not get political. But it was a lot of blood. Like I could sit and I wake up and there's blood, and I'm walking and there's blood, and I go to the toilet and the toilet is full of blood, and I stand up from the toilet and there's blood dripping onto the toilet bowl and on the floor, and it was like a bloodbath. It was a lot of blood. I also didn't expect that, because with the CS, maybe they clean your uterus a lot more, I don't know, but the blood immediately was not as much. I bled for the same amount of time both times. Did I? With my CS, the blood stopped at 3 weeks, and then I had my period at 28 days. This time, 6 weeks down the line, I'm still sort of bleeding. I bled continuously for 3 weeks, and then it stopped, and then I had a lot of blood, and then it stopped, and then, yeah, at 6 weeks, I was still bleeding. I'm not sure whether I'm having period or still low here, as in, yeah. There's that. With my vaginal bath, I wasn't allowed to shower immediately. I don't understand why, but they kept saying because of the amount of blood that you've lost, they don't feel comfortable letting you stand in a shower in case you faint. So they kept insisting that I should wait. But because I had my family there, my husband, my sister-in-law, and my friend, my sisters-in-law actually, and my friend were there. So I just told them to just keep checking on me because I was feeling so dirty. Like the amount of blood, and I was just feeling really, really icky. So I showered, but they really did not allow that. With my CS, I gave birth at 12. I walked immediately, by the way, that night I walked. I also don't know why people say they don't walk for very long, but I walked that night. In the morning at around 7, 8, I showered, and I kept walking that same day now with my CS. The people who say they don't walk for very long, but I didn't have a very bad experience with my CS. I actually didn't experience the, oh my God, CS is so horrible, that people say. I didn't experience that. So if you are a CS mom, or maybe you might think that things might end up in CS, it's not as bad as people say, or rather not for everybody. It's not as bad. It wasn't bad for me. My first pee, yeah, after vaginal bath, your vagina swells. Nobody tells me. Guys, why didn't you tell me? You're not very nice to me, are you? My vagina was swollen, like swollen. That stopped after a while, but the pain also was a lot after. I didn't expect that because everyone says that recovery from a vaginal bath is a lot easier than CS, and I don't remember having as much pain with the CS. I think because I was on pain meds with the CS, I felt like the first week with the CS was a lot easier than the first week with the vaginal bath, because my vagina honestly was really swollen and sitting was a problem. As in, I honestly did not expect that. And then after the swelling went down, I kept feeling like my vagina is not mine. I don't know how to explain. Let me not say vagina, like my vulva area, the holes. I just kept feeling like it doesn't belong to me. I think because of the stitches, I kept feeling like it has things. And anyway, it stopped. It stopped. That feeling stopped. I think by like the 3rd week, that feeling stopped. The pain that I had in my vagina, I think by week 2, I remember by the time I was hospitalized, by the time sorry, I felt like my baby was waking up. By the time I left hospital, when I was admitted the 2nd time, I didn't have the pain anymore in my vagina. Sorry. I didn't have the pain anymore in my vagina, so that stops. So in as much as the pain in the vagina is a lot, and it kept making me wonder whether I did the right thing having a vaginal bath versus having a CS, because I was feeling like the CS was a bit easier. But with time, the vaginal bath was definitely a lot easier on my body. Like I could move a lot easier. It was just easier. It was easy. My CS was not bad. I keep repeating, my CS was not bad. I didn't experience that, oh my God, my CS is so horrible and I'm bedridden. I didn't experience that. But the vaginal bath was a lot easier, other than the swelling and pain that I had in my vagina. I also felt like my body was weak after this bath, but I don't think that was a CS versus vaginal bath kind of thing. I think it was just that this is my 2nd baby. A lot has been taken away from my baby. Like first pregnancy nutrients were taken, first breastfeeding, and then again I'm pregnant again. Then a lot had been taken away from my body. So I think it just took my body a bit longer to regain strength. And I also still feel like I still have a long way to go before I completely regain my strength. Let's see if there's anything that I've left. Actually, no. Let me just check. Yeah, so there's nothing else I've left. In case you feel like there's something I should have added that I didn't add, please let me know and just comment down below for other moms. How was it for you? Have you had both a CS and a vaginal bath? How was recovery for you for both of them? What was the afterbirth like for both of them? Let us know. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, like, comment. It really supports my channel, by the way, when you do these things, and share. It really supports my channel. It makes Google think that I'm popular, and therefore it shows more people my content. So please like, please share, please comment, and let me know what type of content you'd like to listen to. Leave a comment down below. See you next time, guys. Bye.